This car handles like a race car, but it just doesn't quite have the looks of a race car. That changes today with all new lighting across the board. So I bought some of the cheapest Amazon headlights you could buy, some of the best underglow you could buy, and a couple extra goodies. So hit that like button, subscribe, and get comfortable. I don't know who did the tint on this, but this is pretty ugly. But the real problem is these are a two-piece design. So the bottom piece, or the big piece, is actually super easy to take out. However, the other piece is actually much harder because the wiring goes all the way through the trunk, and I gotta take all this paneling off to get it off. So we have some extracurricular activities here. I totally forgot that I have a backup cam, which I hate. And they had just basically wired into the light here. And so we're gonna need to remove this because I don't want any of this on here. And that sucks. So I bet there's like a tool you're supposed to use to remove these, and I'm not using it. Boop. Alrighty, so these should just pop right out then. This time. So I didn't know this, but actually there's a crack in there. There's a little bit of water. For the taillights, we have a Spec D LED sequential taillights. So this long wire right here has to start through here, through this grommet, come up and through here, all the way up through here, through this grommet, through this hole, and then I should be able to just bring it up right through here. But it's not gonna be easy to go through this grommet here, and it's not gonna be easy to go through here, but we're gonna try. But before we spend all the tedious time of routing all the wiring, I'm gonna make sure everything works by getting everything pre-set up, turn it on, and if it's good to go, we can wire everything up. So I'm not actually sure what this thing is. It looks like a heat sink, and it basically has two wires going to the same connector. There is one additional plug for it here, so I assume that's where it goes, but other than that, I'm not really sure what the point of this is. Alrighty, time to check our work. Looking good. Look at that, sequential. So I found out in testing that the heatsink little thing that just has the one wire that connects to the same connector basically keeps the sequential taillights in sync. So if it's not plugged in, only one side works, but if it is plugged in, they both work. So this is necessary, and it just kind of fits, tucks right up in here like this. It's got a little double-sided sticker, and we're good to go. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it through. Man, that's gonna be, I don't know about that. It's like right there, right there. This was literally the worst, but it is possible. It is 100% possible. There's one more grommet, but this one should be a lot easier. I have full access to it. It's only 1/4 inch. But man, that one up top, bro, that shit ain't easy. So this one, 2 minutes. That one, 20 minutes. And that'll do it for the taillights. Look at these. These things look super slick against the blue color. Love the all white. Love the sequential LEDs, but the front is unbalanced now because we have all new in the rear, but we have no new in the front. So I think we should fix that. I think the front bumper doesn't have to come off, but this has to come off. There's like 18 bolts holding these things in. Like, it's crazy. Every time I think I'm done, there's another one. So these are the Amazon Special Spec D tuning headlights for the 2011 WRX. Now they look fantastic. There's another model that has a different DRL light basically. But I like how this one followed the interior bumper up the hood. However, when I installed them, I forgot about one thing. So I happened to notice that the bottom of the light has this plastic clip. This is actually what clips into the bumper, and it's actually a separate piece. It's not integrated in the headlight itself. So on the new headlights, they actually don't have the clip, so it will not clip into the bumper. So I need to remove that and install it on the new headlights. DRLs look awesome, but I am actually super concerned about the light output. I mean, I know it's the daytime right now and there's a bunch of light in the garage, but they just don't seem that bright. So the only time we'll find out is when we test it at night. Finish off the front end, I have a WRX lit logos LED badge, which will fit nicely right up in there. Now I had the STI version, an older model on my STI, and I actually had to wire everything up myself, or I had to use an inline fuse, I had to do all the ends and all the wiring for it, and all that jazz. But now, everything comes pre-done, so basically all I have to do is mount this up, route the wires, put them on the terminals, good to go. That should be good. Right there. All right, now it's time for some real lighting. LowGlow, full LED underglow body kit. This is actually the second time I've used this company. I had it on the STI previously. Customer service, second to none. Quality, second to none. The best kit, hands down, you could get, and it comes with everything you need. All right, in the kit, we have the fronts, we have the sides, and we have the rear strips. Basically, you can just message them and they'll let you know what length to get for your car specifically. All the wiring that's gonna go through all the wheel wells, everything like that. Some Scooby snacks, which are actually, these are like at least 6 to 8 months old. I bought this last summer. This has actually been sitting around for quite a while. Probably not any good. And then the receiver and all the mounting and zip tie hardware to light up everything. So let's light up the street, shall we? Just like the LED lit logo, this is an updated design from the last time that I installed it. So relay was there last time as well, but this inline fuse and the connectors for the terminal were not there. So now I could just wire it up directly to the battery. This is good to go for the relay. This is good to go in case something happens for power. It'll blow the fuse and I can just plug everything else in and we're pretty much ready to go. We could light this thing up in no time. I am a big fan of the pre-made plug and play options. There's a screwdriver with it, a flathead, but we're gonna get a little fancier. I think we'll use that one. Just kidding, that didn't work. These are actually really tight, so handheld it is. So we're gonna test everything before it works because the last time I did this, I actually installed it wrong and some of them weren't working and I couldn't figure out why. It took me forever, but one of the power connectors was loose. And then the other side, the other front. If all my math is correct, if I press this button, it should turn on right now. Maybe not. Again, the power fell out. So if I put that bad boy in there. So now my math is correct. This should turn on right now. Yeah. Foaming prep cleaner, basically clean everything else. Any like prep cleaner will work. I've had this laying around, so this will make sure that there's a good adhesion to the back of the double-sided tape and make sure everything is clean. A little spot on the bumper that marks the center line, just come off that about 2 inches. It should be even on both sides. So I'm trying to get this as close as possible to the body line so you can't see it in the front. And also I've kind of scraped here before, so the farther back, the better. And just like that. Yeah, money. It's all coming together now. Full Too Fast, Too Furious mode activated. The most annoying part is just routing this to this bumper. This shit sucks.